So here we are going to learn about 6 physical properties of metals, which are as under. The first one is metals are malleable. They are good conductors of heat and electricity well. They are ductile. They are sonorous. They are lustrous as shown in the figure. They are hard as well. The first physical property of metal is malleability. Malleability is the property of metals by which they can be beaten into thin sheets is called malleability. So it is the property of metal by which they can be beaten into thin sheets as shown in the figure, and this is only known as malleability. So here metals are malleable, means they are having the property of malleability. They can be beaten into thin sheets. That is, they can be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer. So why metals are malleable? Because they can be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer as shown in the figure. So what is this figure telling? It's showing aluminium foil. You can see aluminium foil. It's very thin. So, and it is used for wrapping food items well. Got that? For example, aluminium, copper are malleable. But gold and silver, they are highly malleable metals. You can see the figures. It's silver, it's gold, it's copper, and it's aluminium. Now let's talk about conductivity of metals. What does this word conductivity means? Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. What does this line mean? That is, they allow heat and electricity to pass through them easily. Examples: copper, silver, gold, aluminium, and iron metals are good conductor of heat. So best conductor of heat, and so here best conductor of heat and electricity is silver. So if anyone will ask you which is the best conductor of heat and electricity, so your response should be silver. What should be your response? It should be silver, and it must be silver. Now, poor conductor of heat and electricity. So what are the poor conductors of heat and electricity? Lead, bismuth, and tungsten. You all can see these in the figure. Here it is the tungsten, here is the lead, here is the bismuth, and here is the silver. Now let's talk about next physical property, that is ductility. What is that? Ductility. It is the property by which they can be drawn into wires. Okay, so earlier you read that the property by which metals can be beaten into thin sheets is called malleability, and here the property by which metals can be drawn into wires is called ductility. So metals are malleable and ductile. Why they are ductile? Because they can be drawn into thin wires. And gold and silver are among the best ductile metals. So have you noticed one thing, that gold and silver both are highly malleable and highly ductile metals. So always keep in your mind that gold and silver are highly malleable and highly ductile metals. Got that? And you can see in the figure also, it is copper wire. This one is copper wire. Let's move ahead. For example, which are the ductile substances? Can you tell which among them are the highly ductile metals? That is gold and silver. So copper and aluminium are also ductile. Non-ductile are zinc, arsenic, and antimony. You can see the figures. Copper, it is copper wire. It is aluminium wire. It is gold wire and it's silver wire. Next comes soundlessness. So it is the property of metals by which they make a ringing sound when we strike them. So please have a look on the figure. Here everything is shown. So soundlessness is a property of metals by which they make a ringing sound when we strike them. Means when we strike them with hammer, as shown here, they make a ringing sound like bell. So like metals are malleable, metals are ductile, so metals are sonorous also. That is, they make a ringing sound when we strike them with hammer. Now next property comes lustrous. Okay, luster means shine. Luster means shine, and you can say it chamak also. As you can say the figure, how much that metals are lustrous also, like gold and silver. Metals are lustrous, they have a shiny appearance, like you can see in the figure. Gold and silver are used for making jewelry due to their shiny appearance. As you all know that gold and silver are very shiny, they are very lustrous as they are metals. So in the figure it is also shown, it is silver ring and gold bangles. You can see how much they are shining. So they are lustrous. So what they are lustrous. For example, so what are the lustrous substances? Means one who are having shiny surface, that are gold, shown here, silver, shown here, copper, shown here, and platinum, shown here. Platinum is used in forks. So these are 4 examples of metals which are lustrous. Now hardness. As we have read that metals are malleable, they are good conductors, they are ductile, they are sonorous. So say they are generally hard. What they are generally hard, means they cannot be cut easily. We can't cut them. But there are some exceptions. Sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium are soft and can be cut easily with a knife. Metals are generally hard, but some metals are soft also, including that is sodium and potassium are the metals which are soft. So please learn these exceptions. So if anyone will ask, what are the 2 metals that are soft? So your answer should be sodium and potassium. And they are so soft that they can be cut easily with a knife. Got that? Now let's read. Thus, metals are generally hard. They are lustrous, malleable, ductile, sonorous, and good conductors of heat and electricity. On the other hand, non-metals are generally soft, dull, brittle, non-sonorous, and electricity. Here I think one question might be there in your mind, that what do you mean by brittle? Brittle, you can say that they break into small pieces when hammered. Means when we strike them with hammer, they get divided into small pieces. So the non-metals are brittle, you can say. Okay. Non-sonorous and poor conductors of heat and electricity. The physical properties of non-metals are exactly opposite of that of metals. Got that? So let's have a look on the picture that is given below. That is, sodium and potassium are non-ductile and non-malleable. We have read that sodium and potassium are metals which are soft, but remember they are malleable also. You can You can see potassium, it's like powder. So it can't be drawn into wire, it can't be beaten into thin sheets, so it's non-ductile, it's non-malleable. Sodium also. You can see the figures.